Hey guys, happy Sunday. Just wanted to remind you that we are off this week. No Step Up meeting. This is our off Wednesday. But because of that, I wanted to share something with you that I'm going to ask that you think about over this next week. Maybe pray about it. And what that is in conjunction with a series that we just finished at Sea Life Church. It's a series that was based on a teaching or a book that was written by John Mark Comer called Practicing the Way. And the series has been focused on the fact of, are we discipling or are we apprenticing Jesus Christ? Sadly, most Christians in the world today, they call themselves Christians, but they are really not followers of Christ. They may be endorsers of Christ, but a lot of people who call themselves Christians are not practicing the way of life that Jesus taught. You know, Matthew 28:19, that we call the Great Commission, that gets quoted so many times in our churches. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations. That word, make disciples, is really just one word in the Greek, and it really actually means to teach a way, or to teach a practice or a way of life. And that's what Jesus really called us to do. He really didn't call us to go out and get people saved. Unfortunately, the church, the modern church today, I believe, and so do many others, have kind of gotten that wrong, that the goal is to get as many people saved as you can, but that's not the goal. Of course, the goal is for people to be saved, but being saved is just the first step in a long journey toward becoming a follower and a disciple of Jesus. It's like putting the key in the ignition and turning on the car. That you're not finished when you get saved. Yes, we want people to believe in Christ and have faith in Him and be saved. But the next step, and the one that we have neglected, unfortunately, is the discipleship, the apprenticeship. Most of you guys probably started in a business in your career where you had to apprentice under somebody else, someone who had been in the game much longer than you, taught you how to do your job. And following Jesus is the same way. It's been that way since the early days of Christianity and the Jewish culture. You were an apprentice to someone who was wiser. And instead of just learning from them, which you did, but you also learned to practice the same way that they did. And that's what Jesus has called us to do in Matthew 28:19. Are we making disciples? Are we teaching people to apprentice? The way that I think the first thing that we have to do to make that decision is, are we apprenticing Jesus ourselves? Am I a Christian? Am I a believer? That's step one. Yeah. Step two, am I following the way of Jesus? Or do I just tell people that I'm a Christian and I believe in Him, but I'm not practicing the lifestyle that He taught? Number two, yes, if I am following that way, then next, who else can I teach to follow that way? Who else can I show how to follow that way? So my challenge to you this week is to pray about that. Am I an apprentice of Jesus? Not just a believer, but am I apprenticing Him? And if I am I now teaching others to apprentice Jesus? Am I helping people to have faith in Christ and get saved? And then am I following up with what has to happen after that? What has to happen after that is teaching them and showing them the way of life that Jesus taught us and showed us. So have a great week this week. I'm going to miss you guys. I'll see you not this coming Wednesday, but the next Wednesday. And as always, go out and do something great for the kingdom today. Love you.